Hi everyone! Today we're going to be solving an algebra problem which may seem difficult at first, but after a while of staring at it, it doesn't seem as hard as it looks like. So over here we've been given an equation and we have to find the square root of this equation. That means what do you multiply by itself to get this? So if you'd like to try and solve this problem by yourself, then you can go ahead and do that right now. After that, you can come back to the video and I'll give you a detailed explanation on how to solve this problem. Okay, so let's get to it. Before we start answering the question, after looking at the equation, we see that 1 over x has been given twice in the equation. And that makes things hard for us because we can't really substitute 1 by x. So what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about exponents. So over here, what do we know about 1 by x? Well, not really anything because we don't know what x is. So for that, we're going to be talking about raising powers to a negative number. So x raised to the power of negative 1 gives us 1 over x. Similarly, 2 times x raised to the power of negative 2 gives us 2 times x raised to the power of negative 2, which gives us 2 times 1 over x squared, which is 2 over x squared. Another example would be multiplying 4x raised to the power negative 3 over 4, which gives us 4 times x minus x times this, and that gives us 4 times 1 over x raised to the power 3 by 4, which gives us this. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to substitute 1 by x every time we've been given in the equation. So substituting 1 by x as x raised to the power negative 1. So we're basically just dumping the equation over here, except instead of writing 1 over x, we're writing this. So that gives us x plus this squared minus 4 times x minus x raised to the power negative 1. And we need to find the square root of this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to simplify the equation. So I'm going to move the square root right now, and instead of writing the symbol for it, I'm just going to write it in brackets. So x plus x raised to the power minus 1 whole squared gives us this multiplied by itself, minus 4 times x minus x raised to the power negative 1 raised to the power 1 over 2, because that means we need to find the square root of this. So if we FOIL our first equation, if we FOIL this, then we get x squared plus 1, because x times x raised to the power negative 1 cancels out, giving us 1. Again, plus 1 plus x raised to the power negative 2. Minus 4x plus 4x raised to the power negative 1 raised to the power 1 by 2. So now we're going to simplify this equation a bit more. We're going to combine all the like terms, and we're going to write it in descending orders of the powers. So that gives us x squared minus 4x plus 2 plus 4x raised to the power negative 1 plus x raised to the power negative 2. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to find the square root of this equation. So to do that, we're going to be using the division method, where we are basically finding the square root of this using an old method that has been used a lot. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to draw us a little table. So over here, this is our table, and we're going to write our formula right over here. Our equation. So x squared minus 4x plus 2 plus 4x raised to the power of negative 1 plus x raised to the power of negative 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at our first number, which is x squared. So what do we multiply by itself to get x squared? We multiply x by itself. So that means x times x gives us x squared. So we're going to write x over here. And what's x plus x? Well, pretty obviously it's 2x. So we're going to subtract x squared from x squared, and it cancels out, giving us 0. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull down our next two terms, which are 4x and 2. And now we're going to think about it. What do we multiply by 2x to give us a negative 4x plus 2? Well, after a while of thinking, we get negative 2. So we're going to write down our negative 2 right here, so we get x minus 2. And then we're going to write down minus 2 again and draw our next line of our table. So what is 2x times 2? 2x times 2 is, 4x, and times minus 1 gives us negative 4x. And then what's negative 2 times negative 2? Negative 4. So we're going to write that down right here. So what is 2x? So if you look at it, 4x and 4x, negative 4x and negative 4x cancel out, giving us 0. But plus 2 and negative 4 do not cancel out. So if we change the sign over here, we get 2 plus 4, which is 6. So we get 6. But over here, this isn't a minus sign because I think I made a mistake over here. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And since there's a minus sign over here, we change the positive 4 to a negative 4. And 2 minus 4 gives us negative 2. So we are left with a negative 2, and we're going to fix this side. So what's negative 2 plus negative 2? Well, it's negative 4. And then we're going to pull down our next two terms right here, which are 4x raised to the power of negative 1 plus x raised to the power of negative 2. So what do we put over here and multiply by this to get this? So after a while of thinking, we can tell it's negative x raised to the power minus 1. So that means 2x times this number gives us negative 2, because 2x times negative x minus 1, the x's cancel out, leaving us with 2 times negative 1, which gives us negative 2. Then negative 4 times this number gives us positive 4x raised to the power of negative 1. And lastly, negative x raised to the power minus 1 squared gives us positive x raised to the power minus negative 2. So if you look carefully again, all of this cancels out because negative 2 and negative 2 cancel out. Positive 4 raised to, well, this number, because it's way too long to say, cancels out, and this cancels out too, leaving us with 0. And we're going to bring our number over here, which is negative x raised to the power negative 1, to get our answer. So over here, our answer is x minus 2 minus x raised to the power negative 1. So we've gotten our answer, and if you want to, you can go ahead and try squaring this number to get our starting equation. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it helped, and if it did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.